Hey guys, happy Sunday. So today is Makeover Vanity Day. I have actually already been working on this whole project for a while. If you guys watched my home tour video, you saw this kind of like crazy circus mirror situation. It was one part in my house that I really hadn't worked on. So I've been doing my makeup in the bathroom, which is perfectly fine, but I like to sit down and do my makeup and play around with different stuff. So this is the second video in a two-part series. So if you haven't seen last week's video where I made some really cute, simple, super simple DIYs for organizing your makeup area, you should definitely check that out because I'm going to be putting those DIYs into this kind of vanity makeover. So let's talk about the vanity space and all of the problems that I have with it. So this desk I had for years and years and years and years. I used to have my computer on it. It's actually broken. It's very wobbly. I got it a little closer to see if I could fix it and maybe repurpose it into a room makeover as a desk. It's also too big for this space. It's literally from the wall to my dresser and it sticks out too far. It's just not styled. And it has 10 mirrors. Now this is counting all of the little mirrors in this little jewelry holder that I actually made. So it's basically like 4 mirrors. So I have a Glamcore mirror that's LED. It actually lights up. I broke it moving into this apartment years ago, but it still works. I'm just gonna kind of like camouflage that it's broken because it was quite expensive. The large mirror behind it actually going into a different room makeover. So it's just been kind of sitting there out of the way so I don't break it. Have just this like kind of cheap, inexpensive IKEA chair. I hate it because it has a back on it and the chair won't fully go underneath the vanity. Every time I want to go and open the drawer, I have to pull the chair out. And also I just have all of this random stuff that I've never touched. I don't even know what those necklaces are. I haven't used those necklaces in forever, so I might be putting them on Poshmark or something. Overall, it's just not, it's not good. It's not good, guys. It needs some fixing. So I did something very exciting. If you've been following me for a while, I have been talking about becoming better or even starting doing some woodworking projects. A few days ago, I completely and entirely built a vanity from scratch. This is not a tutorial, but I want to roll some clips of me attempting to learn 3 new tools and teach myself how to woodwork and build this vanity. Let's roll that clip. I've been procrastinating this project because it makes me a little nervous. I think it's just like something I've never done before. So since I haven't done very many woodworking projects, the universe sent me the perfect tutorial from Angela Marie Made. She made this beautiful DIY makeup vanity, and we're gonna be changing up the style a little bit and the coloring, obviously, just to make my interior style that's in my bedroom. This is going to be a hopefully entertaining look at me making my own vanity. So let's do it. Oh my god, wait, you guys, I just did the first cut. You know, little things in life just bring you so much joy. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna do a few more practice test things and then cut all of the wood pieces like she says. So wish me luck. This was just a scrap. I don't need this for the vanity. I built up all this anticipation and anxiety from like not knowing what I was doing and it being potentially obviously dangerous. But if you just take it slow, figure out what you're doing, think about what you're doing, we're gonna be building a lot of stuff. Okay, so as I'm cutting this, if you guys are going to dare to make your own vanity, and it's actually going pretty well, something that you have to pay a lot of attention to is the sizing of the wood. Home improvement store says that the wood is not actually what the wood really is. They're not the measurements that they say they're supposed to be. So if you're buying a 2x2 square of wood, they aren't actually 2 inches square. So they're actually 1.5 inches. Make sure that you're measuring the actual wood that you have. Guys are like passing by my house giving me a thumbs up, like I'm like, ooh, I'm cool. Like, yeah, I can do this. We could do this too. We can do anything. We're female. So now I'm just kind of giving all of the edges like a sand with my orbital sandal. You guys, sandal. My sandal. I'm getting pretty professional with this. I used to kind of do a ratchet job because I didn't have the tools. Now I have a Craig jig pocket hole maker thing. And it looks like this, and it's to make like finished holes so you don't see the screws on the outside of the furniture. I did it! My first ever pocket hole. Okay, so that's probably not gonna take me that long to cut all of those pieces and drill those pocket holes next time I wanna make a project like this. We're just gonna assemble this baby, and then tomorrow, after this part's built, I have to measure for the drawers, so I need to cut for the drawers like first thing in the morning or something. So the next morning I built the frames for the drawers, assembled them, put the little tracks for the wheels on the sides, and then put them into the top part of the vanity. That was it. I couldn't believe that it all came together. It looked beautiful. I picked out some sleek black handles for the drawers, and I just put them on so that I could see how they all looked together. For the style of this dresser, I really wanted to stain it, but I was worried about the two different types of wood that I used, so I just did a tester piece on each to kind of see if they matched pretty well, and they did. So I went ahead and stained the entire vanity in my special walnut wood stain and let it dry. I can do it like you. Girl, you're so hot like summer. You're everything I ever wanted. You give me feels that you do. No one can do it like you. I feel unstoppable. I feel like I'm gonna build everything. Not including my tools, obviously, because I can use those over and over again on different projects. Just the supplies to build this vanity cost me $95. I think hers only cost her about like 75 or 80. And something solid wood like this would be hundreds of dollars. And I'm not talking about the IKEA pressed wood stuff or not particle board items, none of that. We're talking solid wood pieces. First things first, we have to get all of this stuff out of here. So where the desk was sitting and was like rubbing on the wall, I just take a wet magic eraser. It just takes it off the wall. It's like literally magic. Okay, so now the area is all cleaned out, and oh my gosh, it already feels so much better just not having that like cluster of stuff there. Ugh. I think I just have one hole here that I need to patch up. First thing we're gonna do is move in the new vanity. I can't wait to see how it looks in here. I feel like I can conquer the world because I built a vanity, basically. So much better. There's so much more space on each side, and it's shorter than this dresser was because I felt like the other desk was like, I don't know, just a little too high. I could literally go on and on about this desk. I freaking love it. Okay, so for our next kind of like project or DIY that I wanted to do in this area was to hang shelves, and I wanted to do a hack floating shelf. Actually wanted to build out complete floating shelves, maybe in the corner. I thought would be really cool, but I'm renting my home and it doesn't make sense to kind of build a brace against the wall and nail in the shelves and have it be a more permanent thing when we're probably gonna have to take this down. So I kind of went with a different kind of approach. Got more of the same wood that I used on the vanity, and it's pine, and it's just a really pretty finished wood. And then I also just picked up these L brackets, and we're going to be, instead of putting them like this on the wall with the shelf on top, we're actually going to be flipping them over like this and using it kind of as a ledge or a cradle for the shelf. We're going to stain the wood, and we're going to spray paint these black because I have lots of black accents in here, and it'll make it look a little more industrial so it matches the vibe. And I want to hang them above the vanity. We need to put the ginormous LED light that I have on the vanity and see where we can position the shelves. This thing is so big. I was thinking about putting it off to the side. It is really cool. See, when you touch it, it like lights up. So you can see like the difference on my face. Like, so this is off, and then these are the different strengths of me being lit up by the light. It makes, I mean, I look really, whoa, I look really yellow in the camera, but it's like so bright. So when I'm doing my makeup, I can like see everything. Here, here, and here. To kind of balance, on the other side of the room, I have a very large mirror. So I kind of want to balance the two sides of the TV to be have a little bit of height. We have to go outside and stain these boards and spray paint these black. I don't have a lot of black paint left, but I think it'll do it. I have 2 cans, so hopefully. So when you guys are spray painting, just remember to like light spurts and smooth stroke. You don't want to overcoat, especially on metal. It's gonna drip or just like not look good. So while that's drying outside, I figured I'd make myself useful. And I bought this frame from Target. I wanted to paint some art because I painted all the art in my bedroom. I wanted to paint something to bring in a little bit of an accent color too, because all of the art in here is neutral and black. Incorporate maybe this like burnt sienna color that I've clearly been using a lot of it. I wanted to do kind of acrylics over watercolor. So I have this burnt umber watercolor, super simple, super abstract. And I have this watercolor pad that I got at Goodwill for 99 cents, literally. Cut it to fit. And if you guys want to do paintings for your own house, I have a whole video on how I created all of the art in my home. So you guys can check that out. I'll leave it linked for you. I love to paint my own art. I feel like it's like my stamp of like uniqueness or creativity in a room. So to start with the watercolor, you just need some water and watercolors. A little bit goes a long way. And then using one of these rounder brushes, just gonna dip it in our clean water and then dip it in the paint. And you can always build to more color and more pigmented color. First, we're gonna wet the paper. So I'm gonna use this like wider brush. Just wherever you wanna start, just wet the paper, some watercolor, and then just kind of let it bleed and have a mind of its own. And I just kind of want a watercolored background, really. See, so it's super subtle. Can you see like it's like a subtle beige kind of watercolor background? Some of the burnt sienna, and then I have Payne's gray, which is like not quite black. It's like a dark gray. I also have black and then latte. And I think I just want like thick strokes, like straight strokes. Super simple. Softened it a little bit. I made it a little more gray. Okay, so I'm gonna be attaching these metal pieces to the piece of wood. I'm just gonna use some appropriately sized little wood screws, and I want them to sit in about 4 inches from the side. So I just took my ruler and just marked where I wanted them to be. Back with some black paint and cover those screws to make them black, and then you won't even see them. So ideally, shelves would be put into a stud in the wall, but I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be at least one stud. To make it more secure, you guys know that I use these all the time, the drywall and stud anchors, and they hold 50 pounds. Not gonna be anywhere near 50 pounds on these small shelves. They look pretty good. And then once it becomes like kind of like a floating shelf, when the things that you're gonna put on top of the shelves hide the brackets. But even if they don't hide it, I think that it really looks cool, like kind of like industrial style. So now it's time to just style it and then obviously put in all of my makeup into the drawers. I've kind of gathered all of the things that I have to style on the vanity and the shelves as well. So I've got some candles and some little vases that I've never really had a proper home for. And then I took a trip to Target before all this craziness happened and picked up some greenery and then some like baskets and such. And then I was like originally thinking I wanted a lamp on here, but I think that definitely don't have room for a lamp. I think it's fine without it with my Glamcore light vase. This is the DIY that we made in the last video, and this one for makeup brushes, and then we made some jewelry holders. So also I made another macrame coaster but out of yarn, and it came out so cute. I like them for underneath candles. And then we have our art. I think what I'm gonna do is kind of style it how I think I'm gonna need it and then live with it for a couple of days and kind of like rearrange some products that I use a lot. I want them like more accessible, I guess. So this is gonna be a temporarily, this looks good kind of situation. So the top shelf is like not accessible. So that's gonna be just decorative. Maybe add some art here. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, and then I have this, I bought this canister. I actually have these in my kitchen, and I thought it would be kind of cool for like beauty blenders. I also got this storage basket from Target. I thought it would be good for like eyeshadows and like highlighter palettes or something, like things that come in boxes. I don't want them like stacked on top of each other in a drawer. See what I mean? I've got palettes for days. I used this one a lot, so I think I might keep this one down. I think this one's fairly tall, so I think I'm gonna keep it down here. And obviously I can put a lot more jewelry on this. You guys know that I wear the same earrings every day, but sometimes I like to change it up. And then some of my other like bangle bracelets that I wear sometimes, I'll just like keep here. I feel like for this area, I kind of want to put products that I'm using a lot or I want to use soon, so they're kind of like in my line of sight. I've been using this tanning lotion. I love it. My Caudalie I love for like my face mist. I made a few, or cut rather, a few pieces of wood really tight so I could kind of make like little dividers. Okay, so once I live with this for a little while, I'll kind of rearrange and maybe make some more of these like wooden boards so that they actually have like some like defined spaces. Like I like how this drawer is. And then I don't have to buy like other like plastic organizers because they can get really expensive when I can just like cut a small piece of wood for it. One more thing, the seat. So, and I really hope it looks good because I got it a while ago before I even built this. I wanted a stool, not a chair, because I didn't want to back on it, and I wanted it to be able to slide all the way underneath and be out of the way. This guy is from Target, with just enough warm industrial with the iron bottom, but also you guys know I love canes, so I was hoping that it would fit perfectly, and then it just slides out of the way, and then I can sit at the vanity. We'll live with everything for a while, but I think it looks really good, and it looks a lot better than it did before. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup vanity makeover, and I hope it inspires you to kind of either start attempting to build something, starting small and then building your own furniture to fit a specific thing in your house, or just kind of add new style to a corner in your room and just make it a little more presentable. If you haven't checked out part 1 where I did the DIYs, I'll leave it linked below and up here. And if you guys don't already know or you're new here, I do have a vlog channel, and I'm going to be uploading a makeup tutorial, which is kind of like my most asked question. So go check out my vlog channel. I upload there once a week as well, so you'll get double the content. Hope you guys did like this video, and if you did, definitely hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already part of our DIY family, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys. That's our family. Just step on the room.